Do you have this problem with your doors on your side-by-side? Well, today we're going to take a look at how we can fix this. So this door has bothered me for a little while here, and I've been wanting to align it, and I thought you did it on the one side here where the latch is at, but that didn't work out too well. So what we got to do is we need to take off this door panel. So let's start by taking out the screws on the door. All right, so we have a couple screws that we need to take out. Take this one out, this one here, there's one down here, one down in this pocket, and then one up here. Screws aren't too long, but these are a torque 30 style bit. So you'll need to pick up yourself some torque screws. I picked up this really neat set that has some extension pieces and also smaller ones, but they essentially go on this bit here that allows you to hook up to a socket, giving you just a little bit more leverage. And it has a keeper on this piece, so then these just slide in like that so it stays on, and you get a little bit more torque on those torque 30s. So after we get the door panel off, we're going to be focused on these two main areas here, the hinges. We're going to loosen up these bolts, and they are 13 millimeter that we're going to need for that. Once we get them loosened just a little bit, we can lift up on that side of the door and then retighten them. So I was able to unloosen these bolts up, and it actually worked for loosening both sets up on the right here. And then what I did from there is I closed the door, which gave me an idea of where to position it. And I lifted up on this side of the door to get it nice and level. And then from there, I hit it with my impact wrench to tighten those back up, which was really, really handy while I was holding the door. And now, when you open this door, it works really good. No more hearing the plastic get in the way of it closing. All right, so that takes care of the front door. We'll continue to do this on the other side of the machine when we get there, but let's go ahead and put the panel back on the front door, and we'll move on to the rear door and take care of that one also. Okay, we're on the back door now, and we're gonna need to take out this screw here, this screw, this one right here, over here, right there, and right here. Now, the back panel is a little different on these Max 4-seaters than the 2-seaters. There's this little small piece right here that we need to remove before we can slide this panel back. So believe it or not, this is just held in there with some push pins. So if you give this just a real good pry, there's going to be 2 at the top there, and then 1 more in the middle, and then it's just looped around the bottom down here. So we'll discard this for a second. And then this should come right off here. Okay, once we get this separated a little bit off the door handle here, we'll just slide it right off. All right, same thing's gonna happen here. We're going to be working with these right here to set the door. So let's get to it. Hopefully you guys can hear this. I came over to the other side to give you an idea of what it sounds like before. It's got a little bit more of a clank when you close it. All right, we're on the side that we fixed, so let's see how this sounds. Word of caution when putting these bolts or torque screws back in. I found that when lining everything back up, these holes here kind of made it limited, and I started to strip these out on the other pieces. So what I did is I go ahead and put the panel back on and look in there, and where I see the screw hole, I go ahead and widen this plastic out a little bit so that I can get this nice and straight into its fitting and then torque it back down. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for this mod. This should help a lot with the doors, latching just a little bit easier, unlatching, and also the rubber seal that goes around will be sitting exactly where it needs to be. Should help keep a lot of the road debris out if you're experiencing some creep up through the cracks like I have. So that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe or like this video if it was helpful. We have a couple more videos coming to the channel in the next month or so that I'm working on right now. Hopefully you guys will enjoy them. Until then, we'll see you next time.